Welcome back to Godfather Minute. I'm Alex Robinson.
And I'm Anthony Robinson.
And together we are the Godfather Minute Brothers. We're going through the whole movie minute by minute. So let's get right into it, I guess.
Yeah, hang on for the ride.
We were talking about minute 71.
That's right, almost there.
Minute 71. I remember 7 being easy to say in Italian. So what is it again?
E minuto.
E minuto numero
61.
61. It almost sounds like a Santino.
Yeah, 61.
61. What are you doing here? 61. Minuto numero 61.
That's it.
All right.
You know, I think I had this later, or a note for later, but do you know why he's called Sonny? Why people call him Sonny?
Is his name Santiago or something?
Well, his name is Santino.
Santino.
And his father calls him Santino, but everyone else calls him Sonny. Why does everybody else call him Sonny?
Because he's the son of Don Corleone?
Yeah, but in the book, Puzo wrote that he's so devoted to his father that everyone calls him Sonny, not just because he's his son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's so devoted.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Sonny.
Pop.
Yeah.
You should call him Poppy.
Papa. Papi. Oh, it's Pee-Pee.
Papa! Well, anyway, we're talking about minute 71 of The Godfather. Minute 71, it starts up with the whole minute is Tom shows up at the hospital and tells Steve McCluskey. Do we cover it? That was his name?
Steve. Oh, I don't even remember now. Steve? No, it was Marcus. Yes.
Marcus McCluskey, that if he continues to interfere in the protection of Vito Corleone, he'll have to appear in the morning. Wait.
Have to appear before a judge in the morning.
That's when does it say in the morning you'll have to go before a judge and show cause?
Yeah.
Or does it say you'll have to go to a judge in the morning to show cause?
I think the latter.
This is our catchphrase.
He says you'll have to appear before a judge in the morning and show cause.
And so the morning is in the middle of it.
I believe so, yeah.
All right, let me confirm this in the script.
I just realized how funny that is, that it's in the morning. And I wonder if that's why McCluskey gives up, just because it's in the morning.
He's like, I don't want to get up in the morning. If you interfere, you'll have to appear before the judge in the morning and show cause.
The judge in the morning
to show a cause.
It's a big minute for you, Alex. This has been your catchphrase for a long time.
And then Mikey goes to the Corleone compound where he finds out that Sonny got mad. I don't know yet what Sonny got mad about. To find out next week.
Okay. Well,
thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening to the show.
See you next minute. We're going to move these along much faster because we need to catch up with our competitors now, the other guys doing the podcast.
I have some information about that, which we will discuss in the bonus content.
Okay, very good.
So some good minutes. It's a good minute. So Tom arrives like minutes after the police did, which is the lucky break.
Yeah, he's a real Hagen on the spot.
So did Hagen, I assume, came all the way out from Long Island?
I guess so, yeah.
Or actually, I'm guessing You
think he happened to be shopping around the corner? Or maybe he was waiting, because we talked last week about how maybe McCluskey was waiting around the corner for all the guys to leave, or no, that Tatalia's guys were waiting around the corner for all of the Corleone's bodyguards to leave. But then when those bad guys drove by and saw Enzo and Michael, they took off, and McCluskey was waiting around the corner, which is why he appeared real fast. Maybe even Hagen was waiting around. It was like a triple cross.
And each person makes the other person leave.
Yeah.
So theoretically, someone would have come after Tom and been like,
yeah,
hey, knock it off there, you Irish kitty. Go do.
It's Waltz. Check him out. Actually, the only one who could have gotten Tom to leave would be someone from the bar, the New York Bar Association. Mr. Hagen, your credentials have been revoked. Turns out you cheated on the bar exam.
Well, so also, did the other thing I was wondering is if Tom. So Tom shows up and he says, "These men are private detectives hired to guard Vito Corleone, and they're licensed to carry firearms." And he says you'll go before the judge and all that. Did he go to a judge and the judge ruled that it was unconstitutional for the police to interfere in the thing, and that's why if McCluskey would have to prove why he was doing it.
Yeah.
So
I don't think so. I don't think he went. He did say he appear before the judge.
The judge,
as if he had a judge in mind who
is in the pocket like so many nickels and dimes.
Exactly, and that this interaction, this case would be referred to.
Right.
But I don't know. I can't imagine. This all happened pretty fast. In the book, Puzo wrote that it was 10 minutes between when the bad guys did the drive-by and then McCluskey showed up.
But it was longer ago that Michael called up Sonny and said, "Hey, there's nobody here."
Yeah.
So maybe that's when Tom said, "Oh, we have to call the judge and get a court order or whatever." But that seems like it would take longer than.
Yeah.
I mean, let's assume they had the judge's personal home number because he's in their pocket like so many nickels and dimes. I think it would still take,
some doing
time.
Yeah.
Maybe Tom just called the judge and said, "Listen, this is what's going on," and he's like, "All right, just tell him it's you're with me." And so Tom didn't have to get any technically legal stuff, but he knew the judge would rule with him in the morning anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's kind of, I guess, if you have a judge on the payroll, they may have just a stack of blank judge warrants, or that they just fill out whenever they need them. It's kind of like a prescription pad for a Dr. Feelgood that you're paying.
That's funny to imagine.
Like they can just do raids on opposing families' candy shops. We have a warrant here signed by Judge Ortiz.
So
if you don't allow us in, you'll have to appear in the morning to show cause. That's why everyone always succumbs, is because they never just want to appear in the morning, because these are night people.
You'll have to appear very early in the morning on Sunday to show cause. And this is Christmas time too.
Exactly.
So
well, they're mobsters. They stay up late. It's nightlife. They're gambling and whoring.
No, I mean, the cops, the McCluskey would have to show up in the morning to show cause.
We checked your schedule. We know you work night shifts. You'll have to appear in the morning. You will not get overtime.
Woo! That was the original version of the line. It was a lot longer.
So, talking about the legalese of the matter.
Legalese.
A question in my notes is, how much does McCluskey know the law? So when Tom said all that, did McCluskey comprehend all that and realize, he's right, that is the law, and therefore I need to abide by what he's saying. I need to allow the bodyguards to enter the hospital, and I need to leave.
Yeah.
Or because the look on his face, he was kind of just puzzled, staring at Hagen as he was saying. Or was he just like, "Well, I'll take his word on it. This guy's a lawyer. He seems to know what he's talking about."
I think it's more the second one.
Oh, you really think he didn't know the law, and he just
not that he doesn't know the law, but like I'm sure if he he could have worked around it because he knows the law well enough to know, like, he just fell down the stairs. We didn't beat him up, that kind of a thing. Yeah. But since there's a lawyer there, he's like, this is just going to be a mess.
Yeah.
And the last thing that the Talias and the Turk want is this to be in a court, where it's like everyone's looking into their business.
Everything's going to be exposed about how he took the bodyguards off the duty.
Right. So that's why he just kind of like gave in at that point, because he's like, he could win the short-term battle and have all Tom and everyone arrested, but then, it's just going to be more trouble.
Well, don't forget, he's got $10,000 just for this job on the line. Salazzo offered him $10,000 to set this whole thing up, which he had set aside for his grandchildren's college.
I wonder what the rules of the contract say. Like, did it say like pending the death of Vito Corleone, you will be paid, or is it just like, hey, get them out of there? And then he's like, I did my job.
No, I think he has to. That's why he was really frustrated, because he's not going to get paid for that. That's what Puzo wrote in the book.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
There's some other parts in the book that are a little bit different. I'd like to point them out.
Wait, you're telling me... Wait a minute. Are you telling me the book is different than
the movie?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You spoil your children.
The book is different than the movie. The book is different than the movie. The book is different. The book is different. The book is different than the movie. Yeah.
Page 126. This is really interesting. Let's see. How
many pages is the book?
How many pages are in the book?
Yeah.
Oh, just about 430 or so.
I was just curious how it's just page 126. I was
Page
wondering
126.
how far we are through the book compared to the
Oh, I mean, that's interesting. I think we're about maybe, well,
little more than a quarter.
yeah,
it sounds
about
like.
that. Yeah. So Michael had already been hit, and Puzo writes on page 126, through a red haze.
Red haze.
Michael could see more cars pulling up to the curb. Men were getting out. One of them he recognized as Clemenza's lawyer.
What?
Yes, Hagen wasn't even there.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy? Clemenza's lawyer was now speaking to the police captain suavely and surely. The Corleone family has I have to make a very different voice so you don't confuse it with Hagen. The Corleone family has hired a firm of private detectives to guard Mr. Corleone.
This is like Alfredo now.
These men are smart. They're licensed to carry firearms, Captain. If you arrest them, you'll have to appear before a judge in the morning and tell him why. So Hagen changed the language to sound more convincing.
He knows it was snappier than You have to tell him why you did this.
Yeah. So interesting how it was not Hagen.
Yeah.
Good move in the movie to have Hagen there and not some new character who we're only going to see once.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's what you can do in a book that becomes impractical in a movie, having like 10,000 different actors in the movie, you know.
It also gave a little bit more credibility to Hagen being a wartime consigliere. Mm-hmm. It would have been so emasculating.
If a different lawyer
they call in a substitute wartime consigliere for that kind of Hagen's at home. Oh, I can't go.
It's not personal. It's weird to think of Clemenza having his own lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess at every level of being not at every level, you think that like Cheech has his own lawyer?
Oh, gosh.
Or you have to be like at least a capo
he had
regime.
a lawyer at the Senate hearing, didn't he?
Right, but that was in a special circumstance. Like, do you think in a normal, like, say he was arrested here, would say Cheech's lawyer shows up, or would it just be Clemenza's lawyer since?
Oh, because Cheech works for
Yeah,
Clemenza.
because Clemenza's the sort of.
Good question. Don't know.
I guess we can't even look that up. So
we can't even ask. We can ask, but can't. We ask. We can't answer. But my guess is yes, they probably use connected lawyers. They don't just have their own personal lawyers.
Right.
These guys are like, what kind of business do you do? It has to be someone who knows.
I wonder what the relationship is between Tom Hagen and all these other lawyers. Obviously, they all know each other. Do they know?
Probably. Yeah, they have to know each other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, it's not like they can rat each other out.
Right. Well, they could. But.
Well, if you are a lawyer and you're friends with another lawyer and you talk to them about the business, can that be used against you? I guess they're not your lawyer, so they could be called to testify against you. There's no confidentiality.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
They have to be acting as your lawyer.
Right, to get the confidence. Well, I guess then your lawyer would get in trouble for telling other people your business. So
none of that would matter because you'd get taken out by the Corleone family.
You think? You don't think they would let you totally get off? You don't think they would be the opposite?
No, I think if one mob lawyer kind of ratted on another mob lawyer, turned state's evidence, they wouldn't get to testify.
I see. Yeah, they would take out Clemenza's lawyer to protect Tom Hagen.
Yeah, to protect the whole business.
Right. Yeah.
And then of course Clemenza's lawyer, when he gets called to testify, would be like, "Yeah, I said Tom Hagen said that, and Tom Hagen said this, and I
got my own law firm, Senator."
Excuse me, Clemenza's lawyer. Who's that man in the corner? Who is that came in? Oh, that's my brother's paralegal. He's coming all the way from Italy on his own dime.
Oh no! Actually, Tom is the one who's explaining who he is, right? Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember him saying all that.
That's right. Yeah.
Mr. Clemens's lawyer is here for just purely moral support.
He doesn't speak any English.
He only speaks Latin.
What else you got?
So I know you're a big fan of dubbed lines.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Tom's dialogue here is dubbed in.
Definitely, yes. I noticed that too. Yeah, overdub alert.
Yeah.
Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert.
I like it.
All right, cool.
You should the overdub alert should be someone saying overdub alert while our mouths are saying something different.
Oh, yeah. I'll work on that.
Okay, another question. Mm-hmm. These men are licensed to carry firearms.
Yeah.
Do any of the Corleone family members have gun permits? Like he makes a point of saying these are private detectives or private investigators. Private detectives or private investigators?
Private detectives.
Private detectives who are licensed to carry firearms. So do they work?
Wow.
Are they family members or are they just kind of like a private investigators? Private detectives.
They have to be connected to the family. They have to
Right.
be soldiers.
So, but do you think any soldiers have gun permits? Let's say they pulled Clemenza
have to,
over and they patted him down. They found a gun.
Yeah.
Do they also find a permit, or
I
does
think so.
Clemenza's lawyer have to get involved at that point?
No, I think they played safe. Rewinding back several dozens of minutes, remember Luca Brasi has that special.
Yeah, well, he had
Gun
he had
license.
like a well, yeah,
It didn't cost him like $5,000,
something like that.
and
yeah.
if any cop caught him with it, they would just let him go. It was kind of a get out of jail free gun license.
Right. Well, I'm assuming
Yeah,
that's
I'm
not
assuming
what
they all have
I'm assuming
gun
that's not what the private detective.
No, that's too expensive. But they have to have gun licenses. I mean, they'd probably back then. It probably didn't take very much to get a gun license.
And plus, they have judges and lawyers and stuff on their side who I'm sure can just
Yeah, they probably have a blank pad of gun licenses.
gun permits. You go
It's
to
the
a
same
room, they have all
picture.
these pads. They have like
Yeah.
fishing licenses, hunting licenses, marriage license, death certificate, anything you need during the your crime.
All right, welcome to the family. Your orientation begins in the next room. We got some paperwork for you to do. Go through each station, get your license.
It's your insurance forms.
They don't even have a different picture. It's just kind of a generic hood-looking picture on each one.
The Italians all look alike to them. They don't get tell us apart. Gun permit. Something else about that. Oh, well.
They're licensed to carry firearms.
Licensed to carry firearms.
This is a great minute.
It is a great.
It's really
one.
McCluskey shines.
I also like the one where McCluskey. You kind of pantomimed it, but where he says you're going to have to show cause, and McCluskey gets all frustrated, and it almost if I was watching it, I didn't know. I would assume that he swore, but that they cut it out in the
Yeah, definitely.
It's like motherfucker.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe they've just forgot to overdub it.
Each country has their own like particularly strong epithet that they put in that.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck. It's just, he gets frustrated. It's awesome. All right, let him go.
Stand him up. Come on, boys. Let's go get some veal.
Let's go around the corner and wait for him to get kicked out again.
Yeah, McCluskey leaves, and then those thugs come and kick Tom out. Yeah, the original police show up and kick Tom. All right, drive all those thugs out of here.
Everyone's just circling the block in cars, waiting.
That's why no one's in the hospital, because no one can get in because all there's such a line of people waiting to the parking lot.
Even Enzo's around the corner waiting for his next shift to come back with the flowers.
New flowers. Did he get new flowers, or did he just reuse the old flowers?
I think he went into the side, the
shrubbery there.
shrubbery, and picked out the flowers. Michael made him throw away.
Like snow on an old slush. Well, that's all I have for the McCluskey portion of things. You want to move on?
I got a little bit more about McCluskey.
All right, let's hear
there's
it.
a really interesting thing in the book I'd like to read. Let me see. Okay. So Clemenza's lawyer says, you'll have to appear before a judge in the morning and tell him why. The lawyer glanced at Michael. Do you want to prefer charges against whoever did this to you? He asked. Because don't forget, Michael's got this broken jaw right now. Michael had trouble talking. His jaws wouldn't come together, but he managed to mumble, I slipped. he said. I slipped and fell. He saw the captain give him a triumphant glance, and he tried to answer that glance with a smile. At all costs, he wanted to hide the delicious, icy chilliness that controlled his brain, the surge of wintry, cold hatred that pervaded his body. He wanted to give no warning to anyone in this world as to how he felt at this moment, as the Don would not. So
Nice.
he's guarding his emotion, not letting anyone outside the family know what he's thinking or how he's feeling.
Right, it's true, yeah.
So in the previous minute or two, it was Michael's calm hand lighting a cigarette, and now controlling his emotions. Transformation has begun, my brother.
Yeah. It has.
Yeah, interesting, right? And then it's funny. McCluskey goes on to say, "Yeah, he slipped." McCluskey corroborates that story.
So, do you think was Clemens's lawyer surprised about that? Did he really think Mikey was going to press charges?
I don't know. Maybe he did it to further. Maybe he did it to further put pressure on McCluskey to leave at this point.
Right.
Because to say,
like
hey, would you?
bringing it up.
Yeah, even though he probably didn't think they would.
Right.
They would prefer charges.
Yeah.
It's another way. It's like, hey, do you want to press charges against the cops? So McCluskey's like, whoa, I'm on defense now. I got to get out of here.
Right. Then the other cops would have had him arrest McCluskey.
Oh yeah, and then the other cops
Stand him up!
Stand him. And then who would?
What'd you do with those guys who were guarding my father?
How much is Don Corleone paying you to? I lost track of all. I don't even know who punches him at this point. Is it Clemens' lawyer?
Well, I guess it would be the other cops because they're the ones arresting him on the
that's right,
orders
yeah.
of the other lawyers.
Why you dirty captain? What do you mean telling me my business? I don't even know whose voice to do there. I guess it's the cops, right?
It should be the other guy. He's clean. He's clean.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because he is on the pocket
He
of
is
the
on
Corleone.
he's
Right?
Detective Phillips on the Corleone payroll.
So then we go back to the compound.
Before that, one other thing that's added in the book that we don't see is after this whole scene, before they go back to the compound, Mike passes out, and he's admitted to that same hospital.
Whoa, ironic.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And then Thomas like move him from room to room. It's like a Marx Brothers movie. Suddenly beds all moving from side to side.
Enzo's out there with flowers. And when Mikey wakes up, Hagen is there and tells Mike, by the way, it may make you feel better to know that the Corleone family got up on the scoreboard. Bruno Tattaglia, 4:00 this morning.
Well,
so it's Hagen who's waiting there when Mikey wakes up.
Right. Yeah. I guess we find that out to the next next week.
Yeah. Well, I guess that was a spoiler for next minute, right?
I think it's safe to assume, or probably most of the people listening at this point have either seen the movie enough or have no interest in seeing the movie.
So we go to the compound.
Yeah, we're at the compound.
We're at the compound.
Nice contrast between last time we saw like the exterior of the compound. It was all like, I think that was the last time we saw. No, I guess we saw a tiny bit when Michael first came to the house.
Yes.
But this is the first time we see it during daytime where we can see that it's all cold and gray and snowy as opposed to when we saw it last time where it was all sunny and the wedding was going on and
very
it was family
joyous.
and warmth and stuff. And now it's all like, and they had a lot of people over and now they're like have a barrier put up. I like that they had the chain and the car as a because theoretically they must have the car there because they think someone's going to ram the car through that chain.
Or drive through there. And, I mean, they could put a bomb in there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. We see later in the movie a bomb is used.
That's right. We see the aftermath. We see that car that's all wrecked. Or unless are you talking about Apollonia, when she goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
No.
Not that one?
It's too soon.
Okay.
That's exactly right, though. So what do you think about the appearance of the compound? Definitely a change in the vibe.
Yeah. It's a lot grayer.
And that's the house that is on It's in New York still, right?
Yeah, Staten Island, I
It's
think.
on Staten Island.
Yeah, that wall was just put up for the movie. Originally, it was just a street that went down, and they put that temporarily up.
Oh,
That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Have a temporary wall on your...
yeah.
Would you want your house to be famous? You know what I mean? You would.
I think so.
Like the Amityville Horror House, or...
I take it back. I just thought more about it. No, I wouldn't.
you want people coming by all times of day and night?
Yeah, I guess not. The novelty would wear off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Seattle, isn't the house that Kurt Cobain committed suicide? Isn't there always people going to see it and stuff
really?
like that?
Oh,
Somebody
I don't
told me
know.
that. I think maybe Tony.
I know the
Consiglio-
Goonies house is in Oregon, in Astoria, I think.
Yeah. The Psycho
coast.
House. Have you ever seen that one? It's in Universal Studios.
Yeah,
they must
I
have
haven't
so
seen
many
it,
people coming by all the time.
I
And
know.
is Norman here?
I heard if you pay $500, you could take a shower.
Oh,
in
really?
that. No, I don't know. That'd be a
$500
good gimmick.
That would be a good
Yeah,
gimmick.
right?
Do you think then if you paid $500 to take a shower in the Psycho House, would you expect to be surprised by someone pretending to stab
Yes.
you? Would you be disappointed? That would suck if you just did it and it was just a regular shower.
Yeah.
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 All right, well, let's not do it then.
Yeah. No, go.
Mikey's jaw is wired shut at this point. I guess the hospital, they wired his jaw shut. And that's where everyone talks, so you just can't move your jaw, right? Or,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if people can even tell I'm doing it. Can you even tell that I'm not moving? A little bit, you can tell.
Is your jaw wired shut, Alex?
Yeah, I got beat up by some cop.
What does that actually mean? It's such an old school sounding operation because it's all mechanics and orthopedics. They wired it shut. Is there literally a wire inside your mouth?
I think it is so that you can't move your jaw because it's broken. So it has to be, it's almost like a cast for your jaw.
But what are the mechanics? Is there
Where is it that they
is there
thread
a
it
wire?
through?
Is it
it's-
in your mouth? That's got to be pretty terrible.
Oh, you know what? We asked, we'll answer. Let's talk about that in the bonus
A
content.
bonus. And speaking of bonus content, we also never did another We Asked, We Will Answer.
Oh boy.
Previously, we asked what the name of the saving throw is for fear-related spells in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, so we have to look that up too?
We have to look that up, too.
Okay. All right. So you want to write these down so we don't forget them?
Got them.
Okay.
Well, I have one more point about this minute I want to bring up.
Yeah.
So Clemenza asks at the very end scene when Tessio comes up,
Clemenza asks, we'll
Tessio
answer.
answer. Clemenza says, "What's with all the new faces?" So what did he mean by that? Did he mean new? Are they new to the family or just new to guarding the compound?
I'm going to guess that they're new towards guarding the compound. They probably pulled in guys from who aren't necessarily normally involved in the core
Okay, so probably some of Tessio's guys from Brooklyn,
right,
from other territories.
Cheech's guy, farther down a lot of buffers in between. Yeah, these are the guys who normally there's buffers between them and between him and the one guy up on the top seems to nod to Mikey like he knows him.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
The guy up in the kind of the bell tower.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the cool place to be up in that little crow's nest.
Yeah, that's a good place to be.
Because then when you get shot, you totally go falling forward.
Yeah, that's a great
and you
way
land on top of one of those old fashioned cars.
So wait a minute. So
Wait a minute.
What you're trying to tell me is that these guys, these new faces, are people from other territories and who were not involved in the core crew of
That's what I'm guessing.
the core. Okay, so what you're saying is all these guys. Oh, you've never seen them before.
Yeah, that's true. They are the anti-Paulies. You've never seen them before. Yeah, I guess it's the same as the guys who were guarding the private detectives who were guarding the thing, and also when Sonny talks about 100 button men on the street. We'll talk about that next week.
And I bet all of these guys guarding the compound, they have licenses to carry firearms. They got shotguns, rifles,
machine gun nest. All right, I guess that'll wrap up minute 71.
Yeah, you want to rank it?
Oh, sure.
This is great.
I gotta go 5 stars.
I'm going 5 stars.
Showing cause in the morning.
Oh, McCluskey's great.
Yeah, you got McCluskey, you got Tom, you got you have Mikey's face all swelled up, you got a little Clemenza, you've got a dash of Tessio in there.
Yeah, you got Enzo running down the street in terror.
Johnny.
Hey, where's Johnny in all this? Oh, he's in Hollywood making the picture.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
He's
Yeah, 'cause
probably-
you got sent that big flower arrangement.
Yeah, he's probably filming at that time, right?
Yeah. They should have had like a shot of like Charlie. I almost go Charlie. Like Johnny opening up the newspaper and seeing Vito Corleone for your dad. And you're like, just crying.
He's just worried that he's not going to get the part in the next picture. You know, he's chasing that dragon.
Yeah. All right, so we both gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
It's a good minute.
So if you have not joined the what do we call it, the bonus content?
Yeah, the bonus content.
the supporters
League.
supporters league of GF1.
I guess it should be like a crime family type thing.
Yeah, it should
Like
be.
the yeah. But anyway, you can go to godfatherminute.com/support. And for about $1 a show, you can get an additional, usually at least 15 minutes.
Oh, at least we usually go about half an hour.
Right.
At least.
Yeah, at
Sometimes
least.
if we're riffing hard, we'll go about an hour and a half.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got
So-
some good ones coming up. A couple we asked, we answered. Anything else we want to tease?
Well, we also have the I worked on my Godfather rap. a little
Okay.
bit.
Can't wait to hear it.
So everyone should check that out.
Yes.
And until then, try the veal. It's the best in the city.